This is a revolutionary set with something that has never been done before. It does the real thing justice, and it's a perfect display piece. I am so excited to share this one with you. I've talked about it in my last several videos, and it's finally time. First, I'm gonna get into my rating for this set, my review, and then I'm gonna show you some cool features of the set at the end. Let's get into it. I do my ratings on a number of metrics to help you figure out if this set is right for you. Skill 7 out of 10. I would say this is not a beginner set, one because of length, but also because it uses some unique build techniques. It's probably intermediate. Aesthetics 10 out of 10. This is beautiful. Right away you can tell it's a Trevi fountain, even without it being labeled here. This is perfect for display, and I'm in love with the minifigures. Durability 6 out of 10. This is good for normal handling. As you saw earlier, pieces like this can kind of pop off easily, but in general won't break. But if it did fall, it would be devastating. Value 8 out of 10. The easiest and fairest way for me to judge a set's value relative to like a set like that or like that is to break it down to price per brick. Usually it ranges from 6 to 12 cents per brick, depending on things like licensing and then like really unique pieces. This one costs $159.99 and has 1,880 pieces, making it have a price per brick of 8.5 cents, which I would count as pretty decent, especially since we have so many minifigs. Time 7 out of 10. This took me 4.5 hours, to be exact 4 hours and 33 minutes, but who cares about that 3 minutes. I did on average about 415 pieces per hour, which is pretty decent. Overall S tier, because this has a feature that has never been done in LEGO architecture before. I have to put it in S tier. It is fantastic. The aesthetics are beautiful and so much thought went into this. Let's talk about it. This build is 1,880 pieces and has 15 bags. Like the French Cafe, I'd say there's not a clear separation between sections of the build, except maybe bag 1 is the base and bags 2 through 5 are the actual water fountain parts. Then 6 through 15 are everything else, but that's kind of stupid to say, so I'd rather say there's no sections. This iteration of the Trevi fountains is actually not the first, but it's not surprising that the LEGO team released a second one. The original is similar to this one, but I'd say the designer nailed the colors better. You'll see later, but we use these tannish pink pieces on the back wall, but the original version only uses a medium dark gray. If you look at an actual picture of the Trevi fountains, it doesn't have any gray there. Also, the other set is significantly smaller, so it loses a lot of detail. In fact, this set is over 2.5 times bigger. However, it was an architecture set and was super popular, so it made sense to revisit it. I actually saw a video of the head designer, Mary Wilson, unveiling it, and that's what made me buy this set. It was actually kind of neat to me that the video went so viral. My friends were sending it to me. I love that my friends know my love for LEGO and share videos with me that they think I'd like. It's really sweet, even if I have totally seen it before. I love that within the water, we do a ton of shading underneath to get the clear pieces to give the water more depth. It's a really unique feature, and I highly appreciate the thought that went into it. I think it would have been easy to overlook a minor detail like that and put all the same colored blue pieces down. While this is a fountain, the water is not the main character. That may sound weird because right now in the build, it totally is giving main character, but wait for the minifigs to go in. So it's not something you notice right away, but it does elevate the whole look, albeit on a more subtle scale. Also, it's super accurate to make the water blue for the Trevi fountain. The aqueduct that feeds the Trevi fountain is naturally calcium free, which gives it that blue appearance. Fun fact, in case you were ever curious, when people complain about hard water, calcium is part of that. Hard water has high levels of calcium and manganese, which is why shower glass can be so hard to clean if you have hard water. Like I do, it sucks. I also want to just jump in here for a second and tell you how I manifested this. It's not that I share a lot of the same popular ideas and sentiments as the rest of the LEGO community. Nope, I manifested this. So if you watch a lot of my videos, you might remember that I did a fountain garden review 10359 a while back. If you didn't, I post 2 videos a week and you have a life, so that's fair. But if you watch that video, you'll catch me saying this. I love the whole build of the fountain, and I hope we see another set where we are building fountains soon. I'd love another themed garden at a different location. As I'm saying that, I just realized there's a Tranquil Garden set, and I should probably buy and review that one too. And then they announced the Trevi Fountain Garden literally a week after I filmed it. So that's kind of neat. Also, I totally have the Tranquil Garden ready to build. I know I mentioned that in that one, so subscribe to see this because this one's gonna be sick. I can just feel it. Also, if you haven't seen that video, it is a good video. So maybe if you're looking for a video after this, watch that one. I'll try to remember to link it down below. This is the rest of the set section I referred to earlier. We really won't touch much of what we've done before, and we're gonna get tall here. I really love the use of the window pieces behind the fountain. Fun fact, why do I keep saying that? Fun fact, the window grates that you see here were actually designed to open in case of flooding. Since it gets water from a natural aqueduct, it makes sense to have a feature like this, but it's crazy to think that they thought to do this centuries ago. I say centuries ago instead of an actual year because if you try to look up the date of design, you get a lot of conflicting answers. I don't want to say an exact year, but it definitely was at some point during the 1700s. But trying to figure out when they designed it or added that feature is kind of going to be impossible. But we do know it was completed in 1762. It also took a long time to finish. Also, I saw a short on YouTube that said it was constructed in 19 BC, which is like so far off, but it was also funny to me how many people just took that at face value. I'm sure we all do that because who has the time to look up every little thing that they see on a short video, but I kind of thought it was funny. A cool thing with the Trevi fountain is that it has a really fun tradition. When you visit, you're supposed to take a coin in your right hand and toss it over your left shoulder. According to the internet, the reason why, and this is dependent on the amount of coins you throw, is that it's supposed to bring you back to the city after you leave, good fortune, love, or marriage. There's actually a rom-com my mom really liked from 2010 that I've seen way too many times called When in Rome, with kind of a similar concept of fountains in Rome bringing love. It was a different fountain, but it gave myself and other, at the time, kids a huge fear of grabbing coins from a fountain. Not really that I'd be the type to do that anyways. So you might be wondering, if people travel to this fountain to throw coins in it and it's a really famous fountain, how isn't the whole fountain overflowing with coins? They actually go through Monday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. to do some light cleaning and collecting all the coins. And then every other Monday, they drain the fountain and do a deep cleaning. Then the coins are either put towards the fountain maintenance or charity. It could be potentially both, like those aren't mutually exclusive concepts. I do kind of like the idea of the coins going towards the maintenance of the fountain since it is free to see. It's kind of like a fun way to make a donation since surely it costs a lot to keep it up and maintained. I did see online news articles of a €1 ticket system that was supposed to be introduced in 2025 for tourists, but at the moment it doesn't seem like that's in place. I do think it'd be fun if you got the charge, if that meant you could throw a coin that they give you into the fountain. Sometimes the minerals and coins can leave a stain in fountains, so if they could give you one that wouldn't do that and it meant that they only had to clean it out once a week, that would be neat. I do think something that could have been neat with this set is if we had one coin we could just put somewhere in the fountain. I know it's highly unlikely and would throw off the whole scale, but it would have been fun. The designer said herself in the reveal video it's not to scale, but it still would have looked odd. I mentioned earlier the colors are incredible on this set. Mary mentioned when unveiling the set that she knows the colors aren't quite accurate. The Trevi fountain is made out of a white travertine and has nothing peach colored. However, she wanted to be able to stimulate seeing the set during the day in Rome, where sometimes it can have a cream or ever so slightly pinkish appearance. Definitely, I think the choice to swap in that peach color was a good idea, even though it isn't accurate. It does allow for better depth on the set, and it does give off the same exact vibe as what the designer wanted. I honestly didn't watch the full unveiling video until researching for this video, and I totally get the daylight in Rome vibe. I actually didn't realize until watching that there were so many colors in this set. I mean, obviously I built it, but that was like a week ago, and I didn't really notice all the different colors, more the depth that they provide. Does that make sense? The colors don't scream. They're subtle. It's nice. One of the things I realized with this set is that it is not LEGO City compatible. You'll see why in a second, but this is not to a scale that would work with minifigures. We are coming up on one of my favorite parts of this build, and you'll understand exactly why LEGO architecture fans are so excited. LEGO architecture officially started in 2008 and has a really long history of amazing builds. It started off with a set resembling the postcard sets. We got the Sears Tower and a few other famous skyscrapers in Chicago. But in the whole 17-year history of LEGO architecture sets, and truly, there were some incredible sets, we have never had a set that uses minifigures. Until this set. When I tell you the LEGO store employees I talked to were so excited to get an architecture set with minifigures, that would be an understatement. I'd say I'm a casual fan of the architecture sets, but their excitement was contagious, and I bought it on the spot. I already was gonna buy it, but I bought it with gusto, and you can see the excitement that it carried for me in every video leading up to this one. But these minifigures are so cool because they represent real statues. Let me show you. I need my notes for this one. This up here is supposed to be the Palazzo Poli, which is the coat of arms of the Pope who commissioned this. And there's supposed to be 4 minifigures next to this. doing stuff. There's only 2, but that's fine. In the middle here we have Oceanus. Oh, I did not say that right. AKA Neptune. Wait, okay, is it my left or its left? To the left we have Abundantia. Ooh, I'm not saying that right. The goddess of abundance. To the right we have Solbridity. Oh my gosh. Solubridity, aka the goddess of health. On the bottom we have Tritons, which are mythical creatures. These horse heads also come from a minifigure set. I'm not sure which one, but Mary mentioned it in the video, so I wanted to mention that here. On the top here we have a Roman general named Marcus. I'm going to try to enunciate this last name, and I'm going to reference my notes here. Ready? Vipsanius Agrippa. He was the architect of the fountain. I'm so sorry for butchering his name. He's rolling in his grave right now. Okay, and then on the other side, we have the Virgin. There's some Roman legend about a young woman who pointed Roman soldiers in the direction of spring or something. I don't clearly understand it. Some other thoughts I have with this, and I know I'm not alone on this one because I spend way too much time on the Lego subreddit. I would love to see the head designers come out and talk about sets more when they're unveiled. It made me love this set so much more just to have Mary Wilson talk about it. And I didn't know who Mary Wilson was before this, but I would love to see more of that. And Lego subreddit agrees with me. Also, look at this set. I hope we get more from Mary Wilson, like Lego keep her, protect her. I also think this is a worthy successor to the very popular original. I would also love to see this turned into like a mini set like the Wonders of the World one. I have that one and it's super fun. I don't know how you would scale this down enough, but that would be really cool. Some other little things that I want to say before you guys go. If you like this video, I do a bunch of videos like this in this exact same format. I think I pioneered this kind of format where you're jumping between a speed build and a review and where it's kind of meshed together. So if you like this style, like definitely subscribe because you'll get a ton of it. That's what I do. I post 2 videos a week. I feel really weird promoting myself. I'm really bad at it, but my husband and my friends who watch my videos are like, come on, you gotta say it. So I'm doing it. I'm trying. If you wouldn't mind tapping like, because that'd be fantastic. Comment down below. Let me know what you want to see coming out of Lego Architect soon. Some other builds I have coming up, because I know I showed you this one. I also have some that are totally different from this that I'm very excited to try out. I do have, also by the way, this tiger that I just built. I don't know if anyone recognizes it because I went a little viral a few years back. I have that one coming up. I just bought the Disney Castle and that one is coming up. I'm so excited to do that. I have the Milky Way Galaxy because I have a bunch of fine art behind me, but we're going to be doing the Milky Way Galaxy one too. I guess those are kind of all in line with me, but I also have the Technic Fast and Furious car. I am so excited to do that. I haven't touched a Technic in forever, and so that will be coming out soon. So definitely subscribe if you want to see videos like that, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.